going straight on to Team 6. So Team 6, they have a program called DroneMate. DroneMate. So give it up for Team 6 with DroneMate.
Hi, my name is William, and I'm a wedding videographer. I fly drones. My clients love drones, but I hate them. Why do I hate them? It's because I just don't know what's going to happen. They can fly around, they can crash into people, they can cause injuries. I dislike using them, I don't like them, but my clients love them. I have a problem. How can I solve this problem? We at DroneMate have the solution. We aim to help drones fly safer. We have identified through our extensive user research that drone injury and harm to other people around the drone is what is the #1 concern for drone pilots. In addition to loss of drone, as well as just information about what to consider before flying a drone. And in order to combat this, we have developed a web app. And this web app will provide a risk assessment of the risk of flying a drone, as well as by including the weather data and the event data surrounding the area and time to fly the drone. So how does it work? Imagine you're a drone pilot and you're trying to fly an UTS. You click on UTS and this big red circle comes up saying no fly zone. Why is that? It's because it has indicated by the authorities in Australia that no fly zone is where you cannot fly. Okay, alright, fine, I agree with that, I can't fly there. Let's go to Royal National Park instead. Now I key in Royal National Park and hey, there's no red circle, I can fly. But is it safe? I click on the link, I click on the icon, and a risk factor comes up, as well as the wind data, as well as the weather and other factors, which we contribute into the risk factor, which determines whether I can fly or not. On the flip side, however, imagine you're an event organizer, and you have all these kids running around, and you don't want them to be hurt by potential drone flights. So what you do is you go onto our app, and you log in, and you insert the data and the information of your event. And what this does is that it enables you to real-time and in a flexible manner tell these drone flyers that it's a no-fly zone, and we will consider that in the risk assessment when these people go fly in the field. So what does this all mean? The drone market is a hugely opportunistic market. It is a $2 billion industry. Not only that, 600,000 drones are being purchased every single year. What does that mean? Lots of drones, huge safety issues, and we're all part of that world. But what we intend to do is to partner with large organisations, including the Australian government of CASA, which is the authorities within Australia, and we're using a 1-year subscription model to ensure the sustainability of this model moves forward into the future. So I have told you what my problem is. What about other people? We have reached out to industry experts who use drones for commercial businesses, who understand and also are hobbyists and enthusiasts in this industry, and they have also identified that these are the core issues that they believe should be addressed in the near future. Moving forward, what we intend to do is to improve on our UX, or improve on our user experience and the user journey. We would like to enlist more people, more drone pilots, in order to ensure that we understand the problem fully before moving on to the next step. Not only that, we want to create our system, our risk assessment system, more robust, such that we include more forms of data and have a better and improve the future as well. So once again, 600,000 drones. Just imagine that flying around the skies every single year. Safety is a big concern, and we at DroneMate will be there to make it safer. Thank you. Any questions?
Okay, so you've mentioned some of the data factors that you're considering when assessing risks of weather, something else like estimating no-fly zones. Have you at this stage got an exhaustive list of these factors, and how are you going to go about getting people to add more data factors to the C model is really rich.
Yep, so the current risk factors is based on the basic rules and regulations that CAS provides. So not be able to fly at a certain height, can't fly in high players, can't fly no flyers, like the airport, for example. So it takes all those factors into risk. Then it also takes into account like drone operators, what they consider as risk when actually flying a drone. So how light the drone is, the weather conditions at that time, whether it's rain, whether the wind's pushing too hard, whether crosswind, and so forth. Additionally, in the future would be to ask, kind of like get survey data from operators and find out what additional risks they would consider be very important to consider when flying drones. So I don't know, it could be maybe not just wind, but maybe it could include thunderstorms or other natural disasters as well, or just the air density could be another factor.
For example, one of the Reddit users in the drone community mentioned that it would be quite interesting to be able to import geese flocks flying around, which may impact drones as you fly drones in certain areas. So that safety issue within that enthusiastic community will able to sort of augment, which answers your question in terms of how do you get people to onboard it, is to tap into the hobbyist, enthusiastic community, which think drone safety is highly important because it impacts on the industry as a whole.
Yeah, so more as a comment now, it sounds like that whole thing is a big area to explore. Not today, obviously.
Yes, we recognize that.
Geese are really relevant, in the geographic location for the geese, and there'll be some other factors. So a lot of data exploration that to really fine tune this to make it very
Yes.
What do you think sets your particular approach to this apart from other people trying to solve the drone problem?
We've done a lot of user research by asking the community out there that use drones, and what I realized that they don't have this component of user reports. So it's a sort of like crowdsourcing, getting intel everywhere in real time, and you can actually be flexible. You can, like on the app, you can see that you can change the time duration of the no-fly zones. You can also specify, you can specify like what event is happening, and like the radius, you can actually increase radius, because like for restricted no-fly zones it's 5 kilometers radius, but you can put it to 1 kilometer depending on the event. So that's the differentiating factor that we have based on the competitive research that we've done. So,
I think also add a bit more on that. In terms of competitive advantages and business point of view, our team is comprised of quite a lot of individuals that have a lot of skill sets required in the drone industry. So for example, I am a user of drone myself to understand some of the pain points, as well as John here, who works in the drone industry, so he has insights that other competitors may not have. And we understand that we've targeted our audience to small business users who are using drones for the first time in a way, or just want to make profit, compared to other competitors that may be striving for highly technical users of drones, for example.
yeah, and another point that we want to add is in September this year, the Australian regulation for drones is going to be changed. So there won't be a requirement for you to actually have a license to fly drones that's less than 2 kg. So when that happens, there's going to be a lot of hobbyists that will step onto change into maybe getting jobs to videotape on drones, like real estate houses or things like that. So
Okay, thank you.